a fennel sausage frittata.
The exciting thing about frittata is the fact there's no set recipe, because it's basically eggs or whatever else you have left. For me, the secret of a good frittata is in the sausage. Nice hot pan, onions in. Generous on the onions. Heat, nice and high. Season. Fennel seeds to give the onions a really nice flavour. Everyone's used to cooking sausages whole, but it's a really nice way of using them, take them out of their thin skin. And what we're going to do is crumple all that wonderful, spicy fennel sausage into the onions. It's going to release all that flavour a lot quicker. Really important to keep that gas nice and high. And the longer you caramelise the sausage, the more flavour you're going to gain. 6 whole eggs. Give your eggs a really good mix. Flat leaf parsley, a staple in Italian cooking. Chop it, quite rough. Some Parmesan. It gives a really nice seasoning. Fresh pepper, and a little touch of salt. And then get it in there. Run your fork through it, so when you slice it, no one's complaining they've got less sausage. I'm gonna make it even more Italian by topping it with some buffalo mozzarella. Dry it, and then slice it nice and thinly. Twist it. Mozzarella in. And then finally, finish it with that Parmesan cheese. Get the top just as tasty as it is at the bottom.
My frittata needs 3.5 to 4 minutes under a red-hot grill. To achieve the best results, always ensure your oven or grill are preheated to the perfect temperature.
She's ready. This is the thing I love about Italian cooking. It's about sharing, but always focusing on the ingredients. Look at that. I mean, it's incredible. A little shake the pan to make sure it comes out, and then spatula underneath, and just leave it. It's light, fluffy, and it smells incredible. And that, for me, is a dream come true. It's amazing how far you can take 6 eggs and 2 sausages. Wow.
Spicy fennel sausage frittata, my ultimate Italian breakfast.
It's a cracking start to the day. I go fishing a lot, and Scotch eggs are the perfect all-in-one mini picnic breakfast. First thing, get your eggs cooked. Bring the water up to boil, onto the spoon, and lower them into the water. That way they don't hit the water and crack for 4.5 minutes. That will keep the centre nice and slightly runny. Now, ground sausage meat. I'm gonna make mine a little bit spicier. I'm gonna crumble in black pudding. That helps to season the Scotch eggs inside. A little touch of salt and pepper. And then just to make it a little bit sweeter and a lot easier for the kids to eat, some grated apple. Combine that, blend in the apple and the black pudding. Eggs, once they're cooked, drain them and then run them under cold water.
Cracking and cooling the eggs quickly will prevent the yolks turning grey.
Tap them on the side of the pan, put them back into the water, and what happens, the water seeps underneath the shell. You see the shell come off so much easier. Eggs still slightly soft in the centre. I want that little bit of richness with the yolk.
Next, you need to get yourself organised with a mini assembly line.
Seasoned flour, a little egg wash, and breadcrumbs. Take your mince, golf ball size. Spread the pâté, manipulate with your thumb, and then sit your egg in there and spread the sausage over the egg. And you just seal that over. It's really important to keep that nice, even coating of sausage meat around the egg. You don't want it too thick, otherwise it gets too dense and it's unappetizing. Give them a light dusting in the seasoned flour. If you don't put the flour on, the egg wash won't stick. And if you don't put the egg wash on, the breadcrumbs won't stick. Into the egg, roll it round, shake off any excess egg wash, and roll it into your breadcrumbs.
You can use this same 3-stage method to breadcrumb anything you like, from chicken goujons and fish fillets to Wiener Schnitzel.
These are panko breadcrumbs, Japanese white breadcrumb, so no crust.
You can experiment by adding flavours to your breadcrumbs like parmesan, herbs or citrus zest.
I always like to push the actual breadcrumbs into the sausage meat so it gets that really nice golden brown and stops any of the outside burning.
Once breadcrumbed, lower the eggs carefully into a 4-centimetre deep bath of hot vegetable oil for 10 to 12 minutes.
The eggs are actually cooked, soft and running in the centre, so the objective is just to cook the sausage meat and the black pudding. They look great, don't they? Got hand grenades. There's something so magical about a Scotch egg on a picnic because it's like this little mini breakfast. Beautiful. Drain them onto the paper, roll them round just to get off any excess oil, and then to transport them, some greaseproof paper. That, for me, is the perfect start to the fishing trip. There's no wonder I never catch any fish, because I'm always too busy eating my Scotch eggs.
My ultimate black pudding laced Scotch eggs, an irresistibly delicious picnic breakfast. Pear and crunchy granola muffins.
Something quite nice when you walk into friends or family's house and you smell a muffin being baked. The flour and the baking powder in. A nice touch of cinnamon. Cinnamon muffins goes brilliantly. Pinch of salt. That's really important for the sort of overall flavour. You don't want the muffin to be too sweet. Muscovado sugar. That's a refined brown sugar, really rich and somewhat spicy and goes brilliantly inside the muffin. And then my crispy granola. Now we're going to put half of this in now and save the other half to sprinkle on top of the muffin. Give that a really good mix. In the centre, I'm going to have some fresh pear. Top and tail of the pears, really important to peel. Nothing worse when you're trying to enjoy that muffin and you're negotiating with a big slither of skin of pear. Slice them round, the core, 4 sides, and slice them nice and thinly.
Generally, muffins contain around half the fat and sugar of cupcakes. Once the dry ingredients are mixed together, you add in the wet.
2 whole eggs. Nice. Milk in.
Followed by gently melted butter.
Give that a good mix. Add that to your mixture. Just start folding. Always do it by hand. Muffins are delicate, dainty little beasts. Don't overwork your muffin mixture. You want that mixture to become nice and relaxed. Now, the mix looks nice and creamy. Your tray and your little cups, and spoon in that mixture. 2/3 full. 1 nice generous spoon. And you can tell the mix is right because you've got that even distribution of the pear running from the top to the bottom. Just gently tap your tray, both ends. That gets the mix all the way down so they cook nice and evenly. Take your granola, now sprinkle that on top. And so you've got this dual texture, spicy pear and this nice crunchy topping. It makes the muffin taste and feel a little bit more luxurious. Now, into the oven at 180 for 25 minutes. Beauties. They smell delicious. You've got that nice, crispy top. Just get them out and let them cool down. And I don't have any problems turning vegetarian once or twice a week when I'm having muffins like that. Nice. They smell amazing.
A vegetarian breakfast to put hairs on your chest. Pear and crunchy granola muffins.
That is a vegetarian's delight. Beautiful.
Eggs baked in hash browns.
The secret of a great hash brown are the potatoes. I prefer using really nice, waxy potatoes. They cook better, but more importantly, they hold themselves together. We're not going to slice the onion or the potatoes, we're actually going to grate them. The potatoes get really nice and crispy. I mean, seriously crispy. Now, the onion. That way you get that nice balance of that onion flavour running through every little shard of potato.
Season with salt, pepper, olive oil, and cayenne.
Give that a really good mix through. And then squeeze all that water out. And look at all that juice we squeezed out of there. Really important.
The more liquid you remove, the crispier your hash browns will be.
Nice large pan, put that on.
Once the pan's hot, pour in a good glug of olive oil.
That sound confirms how important it is to have your pan nice and hot. So it seals the grated potato and onion together. So take the spoon and just pat it down. What we're trying to do now is get it really nice and compact. Going round the outside of the pan with little flecks of butter. You just slip them down the back gently. And that gets the onions caramelised.
Here's a great tip for turning your hash browns over quick and easy.
Take a plate, place it on top, and just flip it over, and then slide it back in very quickly. You see the colour we've got on there now. You've got that nice, crispy texture of the potato.
I'm going to use the hash brown as a bed for my baked eggs. Crack in your eggs nice and gently.
Just a little sprinkling of the cayenne to make the eggs a little bit spicy.
Then into a preheated oven for 6 to 8 minutes. Meanwhile, onto my bacon, and I'm giving it a classic American twist.
Now, one thing I could never get my head around when I first started eating lots of American breakfast was the sweetness from the bacon.
I've grown up to love that combination of smoky sweet flavours, and it's so easy. Pan on and simply heat olive oil, brown sugar, salt and pepper, and butter. Bacon in, and as it cooks, it becomes irresistibly caramelised and golden brown.
Turn off the gas, and my glazed bacon is absolutely ready. Beautiful.
Now, my hash browns and baked eggs are ready.
Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. Just get your spatula underneath there, onto your plate. And that bacon sits beautifully on top of the baked egg and that hash brown underneath, and you can see why the best breakfasts in the world are always in America.
This is an all-American superhero of a breakfast. Eggs baked in hash browns with glazed bacon.